Hello and welcome to Steve's Vintage Model Builds. Thanks for everyone who's joining me today. Thanks to all my subscribers, returning viewers, and those joining us for the first time. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Today we got another civilian vehicle kit, Revell kit, as you can see. The 1976 Chevy Sport Stepside pickup 4x4. This was also known as the K10, and it's the same chassis as the Chevrolet Silverado and the Chevrolet Suburban, or at least it was at the time. In any case, excuse me. Originally a Monogram kit. It was tooled in 1978. I got this from Amazon with free shipping. Ordered it along with the 1932 Deuce Coupe, and this was about $35. So both kits together came in for less than $70, which is pretty good value. I'll put up an end screen of the Deuce Coupe review, and so we'll take a look at this. So we've got, so this is the Revell Reeboks, I believe from 2021. Let me see here. Yes, 2021 is the copyright date on the box. And so we've got some nice box art, parked in the desert, ready to go 4x4 in, or working on the ranch, whatever the case may be. It's a 1/24 scale, level 4, and recommended for ages 12 and above. Although, as I always say, I think someone younger than this could probably do it with some supervision. I know things are different now, but, excuse me, I started building glue together plastic models, I think when I was about 8. And by the time I reached 10 or 11, I could pretty much tackle anything. And so, anyways, so yeah, we've got nice box art on the side here. I'll read out the features after. They give you the paints. They give you the Revell paint numbers along with the just the regular colors. I like this about Revell. They put all the information right on the side where you can see it really easily. Length 8.06 inches. Number of parts 102. Molded in white. Decals are water slide, or decals are water slide. And their note here says the 1976 Chevy pickup is part of the Chevy CK line of trucks. Part of the third generation of these trucks started in 1960. The C stands for 2 wheels drive, and the K for 4-wheel drive. This third generation line was a complete redesign of earlier CK trucks, and was referred to by enthusiasts as the Square Boy. In addition to that, 1976 was the first year on I guess it was on the Silverado. They had a 4-door cab. So they had the King Cab or Crew Cab or whatever they called it at the time. 4 doors, I guess that's a King Cab. And then we bring it around to the side here. And we see they give us engine details. This can be built stock or custom with roll bar, spare tire, gas can, all that kind of stuff for off-roading in the desert. The box art is hand produced. There's the signature here is Kaiser. And on the bottom here, they give you the details on what the USA skill levels are. Interesting that they put USA skill levels. I expect skill levels in other places might be different, possibly better. Gonna stop there. Okay, so there's a little it's not even a crease. This happens when they put the shrink wrap on. The box kind of goes, but it should, usually it's a very sturdy box, and can't really fault them for anything as far as that goes. So we'll open her up here. As I said, this came along with the Deuce Coupe. They were both in the same box. Nice sturdy cardboard Amazon box. So, and pretty obvious, no one treated it like a football. Hey, so let's see what we get in the box here. Nice top opener, slides off easily. And we'll see what we get here. Since this was a 2021 Reeboks, it's got the new updated Revell instructions, which are pretty good. We'll get into the decal sheet or the decal sheet. Take a look at that after. Additional notes, the redesign was noteworthy in two important areas: aerodynamics and safety improvements. New body shape was more rounded and featured a raked back windshield. Safety improvements included a collapsible steering column and combined lap and shoulder seat belts. The truck was someone whose English isn't their first language wrote this. So one moment here. The truck was offered with the choice of bed styles, fleet side or stepside. This model features the classic stepside fender design. So that would be the protruding fenders here. I wondered why they called that a stepside. Okay, there we go. So we'll come back to that. Okay, and so we get two regular sprue bags, a chrome sprue bag, and a tire bag. As indicated on as indicated on the box, it's all molded in white. So nice heat sealed package. So we'll get this out and take a look at it. And as always, doing a kit like this, have to express my appreciation to Terry Sr. over at Hobby Barn. We lost Terry in early March, after a long battle with various illnesses, and but it was Terry who inspired me to take a look at automobile kits outside of the military range, and a lot of them look like fun kits. I've reviewed quite a few, and previous viewers will have seen this before. This was the first car kit that I built, and I dedicated this build to Terry. So I'm pretty happy with it. It was the first car kit I'd done in longer than military models. I was more into military models even when I was a teen. But I think it turned out pretty well. It's not perfect, but it's on the shelf in a special case, and I think of you every time I see it, Terry. Think of you every time I see it. So, you know, thanks for turning me on to this other part of the hobby, and I'm really enjoying it. Gonna keep doing the military models, but yeah, there you go. That's it. Well, and that was a 1940 Ford Coupe, or Coupe, as some would say. All right, so let's get into this. So yeah, we got the hood here, or the bonnet, as they say in the UK. Got detailed great work here. The rear of the truck, spare tire, seat tub. Pretty basic stuff, but you know, it was a pretty basic vehicle. Got roll bars here. Oh, and speaking of Terry Sr., there's a company in the United States called STS Decals. They're in Kentucky, so they call them decals. And they do custom decaling, and they've developed a set dedicated to Terry. So again, that's STS Decals in the United States. You can order a set. It's for those of us in North America, it's $10 US plus $5 shipping without tracking. And if you want tracking on it, it's like $25. So I ordered it without tracking. I'm sure they'll just slip them in the mail and they'll just come like a regular letter. They're also available in the UK through Man's Model Minutes. I'm not recommending that you deal with them. I don't know them. I mean, I've seen the videos and so forth. It's a respectable business and all. But they want 10 pounds, which is pretty much twice the price. And probably some mailing costs there. Maybe not, though, because it's just a sheet of decals. So if you're outside the United States, like I am, I'm here in Canada, you can't order directly off the website, but if you contact them via chat, then and provide your email address, they'll send you an invoice, and you can pay that through PayPal, debit or credit, and it'll come through on the currency of your choice. I don't know what the postage would be. It would seem to me that for one sheet of decals to go to the UK, $5 would be sufficient. But you'd have to contact them to find out about it. Okay, so for this kit, you only get one motor, and here it is. It's pretty basic. You know, it's a motor. These kits weren't meant to be super detailed, but there is detail here. You've got the whatever this thing is. It's got contours to it, and there's nice contours for the dashboard here, and you get a gas can. There's more roll bars. It looks like the timing chain and all that stuff, and not really seeing any flash at all. No flash at all, at least at this point. And here, looks like we've got there we go. And here we've got the chassis, all one piece. Built-in exhaust, nothing special there, a little bit of flash on that. And then here we've got the drivetrain, wheel hubs, the fan, looks like some kind of engine hose. And these were kind of tucked in together, I don't know if that's on purpose, but anyways, we'll get her in there. Okay. Alright, so we'll move this stuff out of the way. I'll just go over it. Get some nice vinyl tires or rubber tires. Looks to me like they're all the same size. And I don't see any manufacturers here, but very nice tread detail. This off-road tread, very nice. Next, we'll get the body in the bed. Okay. Speaking of the body, here it is. And let's see. The wipers are down. The molding is almost perfect. There's tiny. Well, no, that's not even flash. That's just the way it's supposed to fit together. I always do a little bit of trim, just kind of a brush along or whatever. But everything is in good shape here. Nothing's broke. Oh, there's a tiny little bit of flash here and here. You're not going to see that anyways, but if you're like me, you'll take it off. And so, you know, these are intact, which might be easily broken. And yeah, so no complaints with that. You know, I'm looking at this, and you know, I don't see why a 10-year-old wouldn't be able to do this. But that's just me. Okay, and so yeah, so we've got the Stepside fenders here, tailgate, the sides, the truck bed. It's contoured to look like wood, and you know, you've got additional roll bars and a couple other things there. And next we have the gaudy chrome parts. I think I'm going to do it as the custom with the chrome parts. Now I'll paint her up nice and put the chrome on top. It's nicely done. Get the fenders, grill, mag wheels, chrome steering wheel, top lights, 4 on the floor or 3 on the floor gear shifter. This looks like the battery maybe. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, here's the engine manifolds. And oh, no, that went in there easier, better before. There we go. Okay, and then we get the clear parts. Again, I'll leave them in the bag. We get the windscreen here, rear window, headlamps and overhead lamps. Not sure what that is. It's only one kind of window. Anyways, and yeah, unless you're supposed to cut this in half for your, no, I don't think that's it. Anyways, we'll figure it out. And you know, this may be like the 32 Ford Coupe that didn't have driver and passenger side windows, just the rear windows, backseat windows, and front and rear windows. So, but anyways, there you go. And okay, and we get a nice decal sheet. It includes seat belts with aluminum-looking metal pieces. Get the Chevrolet logo for the tailgate. Side stripes detailing. Dashboard. And we've got the decals for the truck bed. They were contoured, so you could paint them if you wanted to. I think maybe with some decal soft and so on and so forth, that these would sink right in nicely. Don't have a lot of experience with the newer Revell decals, but I think they're okay. And these are copper rated 2019. So, yeah, so you get some nice trim details there and everything you need. Alright, so, and new Revell instructions, no complaints about them whatsoever. They give you a nice paint guide. They give you mix proportions. Italian red gloss and blue gloss. Ooh. That would probably give you some kind of purple color. Anyways, okay. Yeah, so they give you the this is how it'll indicate on the directions, and then they give you the actual name. Whereas this is the Revell. They give you the decal applications. We've seen so many Revell kits. I'm sure everybody has with the newer instructions. They're laid out nicely. You get the glossary of the icons for all the various different things you need to do, and then you get a complete parts list. That's the only thing I'm not crazy about. I'd rather have sprue maps than parts lists, but you know, because I'm a visual kind of guy, I need to, yeah. So yeah, we get quite a few parts. What is it, 120 or something like that? You're not going to use them all, but hey, who doesn't like to have lots of spare parts in the spare parts stash? And here's why I say there's no reason a 10-year-old couldn't do this. I mean, and so I just might be able to do it. Maybe not. I don't know. Trust me, I don't show all my stuff. Some of it looks like an 8-year-old did it who had no skills. I'm a 62-year-old who has few skills. So, anyways, the engine halves go together. They give you the, as I said, they give you the colors. Nothing too complicated here. Nothing too complicated to paint. Here they give you a choice. The star means it's a chrome piece, and then there's a regular piece. I don't know. I'll decide at the time. I think I'll probably chrome it all up. And so they give you the exhaust manifolds, the belt, timing chain, the fan. The fan is very rudimentary. Air filter and intake. Simple steps, not too complicated. And I guess this is the gearbox. I'm so useless when it comes to automotive things. So this is the gearbox. I should take a course. This is the gearbox, and then it shows you how the motor goes in. I like this. There's actually a pin and a hole. Instead of having to try and work it in and try and figure out where you're supposed to put it in between the frame, and then you finally get it in there, and then it doesn't hook up to anything else back there. So that's a nice guide point. I like that. And here we've got sway bars. I learned about those sway bars. Now I know what those are. And here we've got the differential and axles, rear axles, spring leaf springs, drive shaft. It's four-wheel drive, so this is the front portion, this is the rear portion. Again, you know, they give you paint colors. They show you, you know, there's nice pinpoints. Shows you where everything goes. I watched a couple of unboxings on this, but I didn't watch any builds. Kind of getting to know what's what, and you know, it looks you know, and I trust Monogram more than Revell. Although, you know, I'm not so down on Revell as I was. But yeah, if it was a Monogram kit, it's not going to be maybe the most detailed you want, but it's going to go together nice almost always, from what I understand. And so yeah, so here we've got the shocks, the rear sway bar, rear shocks. Not sure whether you're supposed to make a hole or if there is a hole here. Oh, yeah, there is a hole, and that goes from there up to there. So some nice opportunities to do some painting and detailing. And here we've got the tires. It indicates not to glue. There's a little spacer pin in here, hollowed out pin, so the wheels will roll. That's never that important to me, but you know, for a younger person, might be. Excuse me. Alright, and yeah, and then there's, you know, fixing the tires. They indicate here all the different chrome pieces or decals. And you know, colors for everything, where it's supposed to go. Nice dashboard, and there's decals for that too. And then the shifter goes on the floor, and that goes in there. This looks like quite a simple and easy assembly, because putting the dash in can be kind of a challenge. And but yeah, looks okay. If there is a chrome steering wheel, I probably won't do that. I'll probably paint it in like a wood color, with silver in the middle. Got the safety belts here. These look like just to be lap belts. Yes, no shoulder belts, just lap belts. Oh, that's what that piece is for, the sunroof. How about that? So, yeah, if you want the sunroof, which I probably will, you have to cut out this piece at the top, which is no big deal. And then you've got the windscreen, and you've got a chrome mirror. There's the grille, the rear window, painting the inside. You slip the tub up from underneath, put the back on. This will probably be a pretty easy weekend build, start to finish, including painting, depending on how much you want to do with it. And then here we've got the front grate, we've got the fog lamps, regular lamps. That fits into there, covers the grille, bumper goes on. Apparently there's decals here for various different things. Not sure if I'll use those. And then this part goes on here. And yeah, as I suspected, that's some sort of engine hose, which is a nice touch. And you know, I expect even not a lot of detail on that engine, but you could do quite a lot with it. And here we've got the head, the hood or the bonnet, and it looks like there's a hinge here, so that you can raise and lower, which is nice. Yeah, it says don't glue it, so you can put that up or put that down. Open it up so you can see the motor that you've beautifully painted and detailed. And then it looks like here, got to make some holes in the bottom of the bed. And then the sides go on. Da-da-da-da. Then the side step bumpers, wheel wells. Yeah, hopefully they're not bumpers. Yeah. Okay, and looks here like you have a choice. You can paint it or not, or put the decal. There's probably a decal there. You know, they've got 176 and 172. 176, you know, that's the equivalent of 00 gauge, coming over from the UK. And 172 is a very straightforward scale. 1 inch equals 6 feet. With these, I'm not sure why they chose these scales. I mean, they're a good size and everything. But, you know, some companies it's 125, other companies it's 124. You know, why you do that, I don't know. But anyways, they do. So, and I guess there's not really that much difference in the larger sizes. But anyways, you can always just put them in different places so that, anyways, if you're cursed with seeing those types of inequalities, well, you know, what can I say? And here we got fog lamps. Do that 2 times. This for the rear roll bars. There's the CB antenna, citizen band radio, breaker 19, and which was all the rage in the 70s, at least in North America. Still pretty popular today in a lot of areas. Although, now with, anyways, Wi-Fi and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, still, we need radio. So that goes there. Those go back down there, etc. These are totally optional. And if you're doing the super stock instead of, I don't know, it doesn't strike me as custom, more like super stock. Even though there's lots of chrome. And so you get the rear bumper, tail lights. As I said, they give you a nice jerry can, spare tire. Jerry can goes there, spare tire, just like in real life. Amazing. They give you the painting details there. There's a couple chains here for the tailgate. Excuse me. You can do this up or down. Excuse me. And then it shows you how to put this assembly onto the tailgate. Obviously, if you're going to have tailgate down, you're not going to have this. This is going to be tailgate up with all the tricks. And yeah, so we got rear view mirror, and we got I don't know what you call that. Goes in front of the bumper, crash bar, whatever. And those are the last couple little details. Nice looking truck though. We get the painting and decaling. They don't really give you any for the exterior paint. They don't give you any real paint guide. This is all for all the detail or all the decaling, different license plates. So yeah, I guess you paint it whatever color you want, and then you do the detailing yourself. But these are nice. Yeah, this is going to build up nice, I think. So, okay, I'm not going to wrestle with this. The military model kits, they go back in the box just perfect. Everything's fine. These guys, you take them out of the box, my goodness. But that's on me. That's not on them. So as always, I'll put up a card for how I review a kit. Basically, it's I use a 12-point scale. 10 standard points, 2 points for packaging, 2 points for sprues, 3 points for parts, and 3 points for instructions. Each of those categories can get up to a quarter bonus for any wow factors. And also I award up to a full bonus point for value. Value is not only the the quality of the kit, the cost of the kit, but the main thing for me is I try and figure how many hours of enjoyment can I get out of it. So to round it off, a $35 kit takes me 7 hours. That's $5 an hour, I think. And it's pretty hard to get some nice entertainment for $5 an hour. And I think you probably you could well spend more than 7 hours on this if you really wanted to super detail it. But I don't think you'd really need to. It's a nice kit, but it's but to each their own. I've taken cheap little kits and put a little extra effort into them, and they look fabulous. You know, they look 3 times as good as you think they might build up, and that's not a testament to my skill, yeah, or lack thereof. That's just simply what you can do. And the other thing is too, you're not into it for that much, so it's not hard to spend $150 or $200 on a kit. Excuse me. In some categories, and I look at the semi trucks out there, and so on and so forth, and yeah, I mean, they get pretty expensive, and so, but if you screw it up and you have to bin it, or turn it into a wreck or something, that's money down the drain. So yeah, I learned my lesson with the Akagi, which I'm still working on. But that was too complex a kit for me to undertake at the time, and it wasn't that expensive. But yeah, that slapped me upside the head, and I'm still working on it. It's still going to turn out good, but it's one of those things that I really have to be in the mood to go work on it. Okay, so we'll try and keep this under 45 minutes today. Alright, and packaging made a little bit of a change. Initially, I was evaluating external shipping packaging. Yeah, if it ships direct from the vendor, I'm going to take that into consideration. But if it ships from Amazon, I'm not going to bother. It's just, Amazon, if the manufacturer or vendor ships it to Amazon to go to their warehouse, and it arrives there in good condition, and then Amazon makes a mess of it when they or plays football with it when during the shipping process, that's not going to reflect negatively on the kit maker or the vendor. But like I said, if it's shipped from the vendor and it's a disaster, then I'll ding them for that. So in this case, I'm going to give a full 2 points for packaging. The outer box packaging is good. There's this little crease, but that's neat. Like I said, that happens with the shrink wrapping, not because of any other reason. I really like the box art on this, and especially the fact that it's original, done by a human. You get a nice background. You're up there in the high desert, and got your trusty truck. Look at those tires, and they look like that too. Yeah, those tires, they look like that. The tread's great, and this is just the regular version, but still, you get the nice side mirrors, and beautiful decaling and detailing. Okay, so I'm going to give an extra quarter point for that. I just, I like that. Who doesn't like a high desert sunset? If you haven't been there for a high desert sunset, or sunrise for that matter, you're missing something in life. Put that on your bucket list. Make your way over to the high desert. Not to mention the Purple Hills of California, but I do not recommend anyone going to California. I would have 15 years ago, but I don't now. Don't bother. There's lots of other places with nice weather and a lot less trouble. Okay, and so for the sprues, 1.75. There was a little bit of flash. There were no nasty molding bubbles or holes or anything like that. But yeah, there was a little bit of flash. Not much, but yeah, gonna ding them a bit for that. So 1.75. I've seen older moldings that are, produce better. As far as the parts are concerned, 3 full points. The quality of plastic was good. Detail, yeah, okay, but adequate. There were no warped or broken parts. And I'm going to give an extra quarter point for, a wow on the decals and the masks, or the decals. Um, you get nice details. The instructions, 2.75 out of 3. Right now, I deduct a quarter point if there's no color instructions. I'm not sure if that's fair for these kind of kits. I'm thinking about only putting that in the wow factor if you get a color insert. But for the time being, 2.75. As far as value is concerned, overall, it's not a complicated kit. Very reasonably priced. Not super detailed. So I'm going to give it a half a point for that. It's good value. And so that takes us to 10.5. And as usual, I lied and I talked too much. So we're over 45 minutes. But yeah, so 10.5. 10.5 out of 12. Very respectable score. Really, any score over about 9.5 is good. To get less than 9.5, there's got to be some pretty major stuff not right with it. But as I've said, and as everybody knows who watches the channel, unlike before, I do my research now. And I'd recommend that to anybody. Go to ScaleMates. If you're ordering from Amazon, go look at the reviews of the kit. And also, before you order the kit, make sure you know what you're getting. Right? It indicates on the side. A lot of people, they get a kit, they expect it to look like this, and all they have to do is put it together. Well, no, it's not a snap together. You're going to need cement. You're going to need paint, and it's not going to be in that color, although it might be, depending on some kits. But that's another nice thing about Revell. They tell you right on the side, molded in white. So if you're ordering from Amazon, focus in there. Run that little arrow thing over the side of the box. So that you can see it. See what they put here. Okay. And also, like this, ages 12 and up. What is ages 12 and up? So look on the bottom of the box, like they show here. AMT kits, they put a full sprue map and decal set on the bottom of the box. Revell, they explain the skill levels. So do a full 360 on it before you order. And if you're fortunate enough to go to a hobby shop and have a hobby shop in your area, ask questions. Don't just pick up the kit and slap it down and pay for it. Look it over. Take a look at it. If you have any questions, ask for some help. But this looks like a good one, as they say over in the UK. And I look forward to building it. Yeah, that'll be fun. Although, planting season's here now, and I'm not going to have as much time for building. Although, if we're fortunate enough to get lots of rain this year, hopefully rainy days, we can do that. So, and of course, once everything's planted, there's not a lot to do, except build model kits. Alright, so we're in under 50 minutes here tonight. And so thanks again to everyone. I really appreciate everybody's time. Adding new subscribers, not as much as over Christmas or over the last little while. And so thanks for joining me. If you like what you see, subscribe, like, do all that stuff. I'm not a hound for subscribers. I'm not in this to make money. Not likely with 413 subscribers. I just do it because I like to do it. And, you know, at the very least, if you're having trouble going to sleep, put one of my videos on. You'll be gone like that. Okay, so thanks again, and hope everybody has a great day. Bye now.